American-born Noa Attias is a well-known Judaica paper cut artist who has developed a new and unique style of paper cuts that is specific to her. Noa has turned her paper cuts into applied art so that they can decorate the Jewish home by combining blessings and symbols that are based on and inspired from Jewish life and religion. Don't worry, I'm not talking about those painful paper cuts. Just watch.
I'm an artist, and I've always loved art. And my parents sent me to art classes as a child. I remember in 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th, I was always in art classes after school. My favorite class in school was also art. When I was in 6th grade, I knew I wanted to be a graphic designer. Before I even knew what that meant, I knew I wanted to do graphic design. And I really went to learn graphic design in Emunah College in Jerusalem. And at the end of the year, we had a project. We had to do something with calligraphy, and I decided to do a ketubah. A ketubah is basically it's wedding vows that we have in the Jewish world that under the chuppah, when the couple gets married, so there's a document that the husband and the wife are bonding together. So often when people get married, they want to have a special ketubah. And that's what I decided to do then. It was around 20 years ago. And since then, I've been doing paper cuts. So I've been doing paper cuts now for around 8 years. This is my business. I started from something small, and it's become something very big. So what I love about paper cuts is that I first have the paper, and it's a blank piece of paper, and basically once I start cutting out slowly, then we see the picture come out, and that's amazing. I also sometimes when I do a paper cut, so I don't take out all the pieces I cut off, I wait until the end, and then everything comes out of one big paper cut. It's just to see suddenly something come out of nothing, and especially that what's nice about the paper cuts is that what's missing. A lot of the paper cut is a paper, and the missing part is what makes a picture. So that's a special thing about paper cuts. Also, what I do with my paper cuts is I usually have them, there's a matting between the paper and the background. So you can also see the 3D in it. So that also gives it a bit of something interesting. It's different. There's a lot of paper cuts that you see, they're glued straight on the background. What I do is, so I put a matting between the paper cut and the background, and then you get a shadow between them. And that's also interesting. You can see really the paper cut, and you see the shadows and the lights that go from the room into the paper cut. That makes it really special. So I made my own challah board. And a friend of mine saw it and she loved it, and then I decided I'll try and sell them. And I went over to the galleries, and they loved them, and the galleries bought them. And since then I've sold hundreds of challah boards. And what happened was once I saw I was selling the challah boards, I decided I'm going to start doing other things, the home blessings and all the rest of the Jewish what's around us in the Jewish world. And that's just how I continued on with the paper cuts. It was basically this challah board, the first challah board, my challah board, that just showed me that it's gonna work. And that's what happened. I just started with them selling after that. So something that I do have that also I feel that people are enjoying with the challah boards, and also I have a small Kiddush cup set that people use for the Shabbos meal that you can give out my Kiddush cup set. So there's 6 cups to it, so small shot glasses, and so you can give it to each child. They can have their own cup of wine. They enjoy that. But what's special about the challah boards is that basically you can see the tablecloth underneath. That makes it a whole piece of art with your Shabbos table. So I have that also with my Kiddush cup set that's also a paper cut, and with the challah boards. And hopefully I want to make some more things for the Shabbos table. I do put in a lot of Jewish themes inside my paper cuts. It's very important for me. That's where I come from. That's my Jewish world. That's what I believe. that's basically what I work with. I also work a lot with the Jewish themes as a home blessing. I do the woman of valor. I do the Ketubahs that I said. Everything by me is really Judaica. So that's why I try putting in a lot of Jewish themes. I think that also you can tell me between the other ones, I have very small and intricate paper cuts. The designs are very, very small. You can find them with other artists too, but I have my own like small themes, and I try to, again, I put inside all the 7 species inside, and the Jerusalem. I do try and have everything small. I think that's what makes it very interesting to see with the paper cut. Swirls for me mean the Judaism and religious and everything, my whole world, what I live by. And all these swirls, that's how I am in my life. All of us have ups and downs, and looking here and looking there, and the world is around us, and especially me that I work in art. So the art world is so tough today. And some of the artists are really tough artists. And by me, it's everything's gentle. And I try to go between everything, and really between also Judaism, the religious world. And so we're trying to work around everything and work with everything. Everything's like a big circle in life. That's how I feel it is. Like I'm always trying to combine everything and go around and try like to make it, even if I see something that's not so Jewish, I try to think how I could make it Jewish. It's by turning everything around, twisting things around. That's what I feel. I really feel it's a gift from God, and I really thank God for it. It's amazing. It's something that I always say, I just don't take it for granted that I have such a gift. And that's why also, even in my hard days that I had, I was always, but God gave me such a big gift. Why isn't this working? My husband always says it's just like the Japanese plant, that only after 7 years, it blooms. And I totally feel that's what happened with my business. I had the 7 hard years in the beginning, and now, thank God, I even started hiring someone that's helping me, because I'm working on orders all the time, and I'm blooming. This is my time now that I'm blooming, and I feel that this is really God is giving me now. This is the blessing from God for me. Well, I believe in God, and I really feel Him every day. In my job, because this is my own business, it's not easy. It wasn't easy in the beginning. And there was a lot of, I really prayed a lot. It was a lot of praying. I used to go and daven by Eshat Chail with my husband, I remember. And it took time for me to believe that this is really something that's going to happen. And now, first of all, I'm so grateful to God that I wake up in the morning and I'm happy to start working. I don't know how many people wake up in the morning and enjoy going to work. I wake up and I'm really, really excited to start working. And then at night, I put the kids to sleep around 8:30, and I go back to work happy. I'm enjoying, I work until 12 o'clock at night with no problem. I really enjoy work. And I really always thank God thank God I'm in the right place for me, and then working is something that I enjoy doing. Not something that I have to do because I have to bring a salary home. It's something this is my life, this is me.